Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Ina. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Excited for our session.
Yes, me too, so much. And by our tradition, what is your intention for today's session?
Mm, Just clarity and
Clarity on self and selfishness.
yeah,
And my intention for today's session is to show cells from the point of view that many people even cannot imagine that cells can be that joyful. That it's the high service many of us already understood. When we're able to sell, we're able to improve people's quality of their life. But also what I want to show today and what I want to multiply with you and with all of us who is watching, that it's unapologetic joy. And also in today's session, I will tell few stories about like best self in my understanding, like really like wow, this is like a greatest example of a cell. And I also will teach you how to make a shift from, it's like emergency exercise. When you stuck, when you fear, like when you need to make money instantly. So when we afraid and when we intention, our mindset is go for the luck. I don't believe it that I have it. Okay, like if we start cooperate with the world from the point like I don't have it, and it's became scary and that's became stuck and it's small and it's like suppression. And if we have to come out with the money like very fast, I'm gonna give you today exercise like expand our mindset to abundance of unlimited abundance that we even not able to count. And that was my own self-help when I was in Bali, because for me Bali was the place like great in the beginning, but when I was living there many years, for me it was very challenging. So to come out of that, I found out this exercise, and when I started practicing that, that was very, very fast helpful to me to come out with the frequency of abundance, and I could fly to level up my frequency to see the clarity. Because any solution, it doesn't matter it's a man or woman, how old we are, where we born, or like what with what we are dealing. If we stuck in idea like I don't have it, and the more we focus in there, the more we multiply this within us, we really start to believe like we don't have it. And this is also like how to see cells from the point of view of an apologetic joy. It's definitely fundamental understanding that we here to live our selfish life. And the selfish is to be united within. It's to be a self. as we are true to our desire, true to our value, true to our gifts, true to our quality, and true to our vision. And when we go collectively on the experience of the three dimension is the experience of separation, is the duality. It's like when we take our yin yang and put it apart, everything looks like in lack. Like we don't have anything. We don't believe like the whole universe and the divine and like limitless of joy and wealth and happiness within us. Because our mindset full with idea of guilt, shame, limitation, fears. So to come out to clarity on the sales, like if you want to be great with sale, I also can teach you. But what I'm really is about is to show you and teach you how is the most unapologetic joy to sell and enjoy life. Like it's definitely it's a freedom from the guilt. So like what would be opposite of the guilt? Opposite of the guilt.
Selfishness.
Hmm?
Selfishness and feeling excited.
And freedom.
Yeah.
And what would be opposite of the shame?
Free expression and communication.
Mm-hmm. Like fully adore myself. I'm so adore myself. And what would be opposite of the fear?
Trust.
Huh?
Trust.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be love. And what would be the opposite of the limitation?
Expansion. Freedom.
Mm-hmm. Limitless. And also obligation of others. What would be the opposite?
Independence.
Yeah, give ourselves permission to value our choice. So why there are so many shame on the selfishness? Because once we accept our selfishness, we out of all these anchors, guilt, fear, suppression, limitation, obligation for others. That's how selfishness is powerful. Selfishness is to get our power from lower pieces where we left us. That's why it's like so how to say, like it was something clean, and the people just like put a lot of shame on that. How to say that in English? Not the blame, but just to like make that
like a sin.
Yeah, something like this, like make the people just even feel disgusted of it, like I'm not selfish, I'm good, you know. It's like the idea of selfishness is so bad in our mind. Like we don't want to be selfish because it's something bad. No one want to love bad people. No one want to be friends with bad people. So when we're really clear about this and accept our selfishness, then we understand that here I can trust my desire, and that would be enough. I can trust my desire, and I can invest in my desire. I can trust enough in my desire so I can invest in my desire. And when you live like this, you selling without knowing that you're selling, you expressing the frequency of joy. You expressing the feeling and frequency that invest in your joy, in your desire are safe. And that's multiply wealth, and that multiply connection, and that multiply appreciation, and that multiply fame, and that multiply joy, and that multiply our fulfillment, that actually allow us to live our true life. So people who are naturally pulled to us, they not come to buy our fears, not come to buy our guilt, not come to buy our I forgot that I have a choice, not to buy I don't believe that money is not renewable, that's abundance of money. They come to us because they see something in us that they didn't allow in themselves yet to activate. So the most expensive would be unapologetic joy and the confidence invest in it. So when you're living your life, like I know my true desire, like when we do exercise with you about your wow life, it's for you to understand your mashtab, your true size. And in time, when you start to live that, it's gonna be increased. It's all right. It's not about particular size or shape or something like this. We come to experience. We come to be flexible. We come for biggest table of the world with variety of things and food and colors and experience, and we come to try that and combine and create new mandalas and new expression and new frequency. That's who we are. And when we're not afraid to invest our money that we receiving from our clients, and we take that money and we invest without fear, without saving, without like I don't believe that the money will come to me again. I don't believe that the more clients. Just take the money that you got and start to invest in what you truly want to feel. It expand No, it's like invest in your truth, and that's gonna multiply your joy, your contacts, your abilities, your opportunities in the way like you're not able to count. And it became so easy when you communicate with the people, you on the frequency, I believe in my joy, I invest in my joy, I confident in my joy. It's so easy and smooth communication, and it's became a match. People pay to you because they want that frequency in themselves. So they come into you and they ask you how I can pay you. I love to pay you. You inspire me because I want that sparkle. And that's how you understand who are the people that you are interested to work with. If you're talking about like personal something, one-on-one, yeah, if you're talking about major product, like you don't meet your clients, it's a little bit different. I'm going to talk about this later. And like when you have the best match with who you want to work, basically I'm now have my time with you. I'm enjoying my time with you because I like you as my friend. And on top of that, I feel your appreciation and your pain to me. What can be better? And then I see that you improve in your life. This is like the best enjoying of our time. So our people who are matching us, that our reflection. And they come and they say, I want that. I want that. And they want that because I don't ask them, shall I enjoy my life or not? Because they come into me to stop asking people, can I be happy? They see in me that I have permission to be happy. And I really enjoy this. Like, I know my desires, so I love money. I love to receive money. I love to give my service like the best what I can give, because I know that the people enjoy and they want to come to me. It's like I'm not hiding anything. I give, like, for our today's session, I've been preparing for so many days, like to give you the best. I was meditating, like for every my one-on-one client, I meditate and like what would be the best, like how I can give the best. Yeah, so I'm not afraid to give. I'm not afraid like, oh, then I don't have it. So in the same frequency, like money is always coming, because it's like, it's always the exchange. If I'm not afraid to give, I'm not afraid to receive. And another thing also, like how it became very easy. When we go on our desire, we go to the places that if we're not living in our desire, we would not go to that places. So in that places where is our desire, we are meeting with absolute match, even better than we could imagine. It's the inspiration, it's the friends, it's the clients, it's the loved one, it's the opportunity, abilities. It's like everything's so easy because we on our right path. And then no need to have any strategy how to sell or NLP or manipulation or anything, because you're just in a dialogue, and what is the actually selling is your frequency, because you're not afraid to invest in you. And when the people is come to you, they consciously, subconsciously, they just read that frequency, that it's okay to invest in what I feel that I need, I want, I desire. It's safe to invest, because it's like we all Wi-Fi. We are walking Wi-Fi. And if you on subconscious level vibrate, I don't trust money, I don't trust life, I don't trust people, I don't trust me, that's in your frequency. And that's how it became like logical. Now we start to say who, how much, and this and this, and what is the strategy, NLP or manipulation, or some small letters in the contract. So so many like heavy, and it's not joyful at all. So I would say that unapologetic joy of self, it would be fundamental healing, because it's about relationship. It's about relationship with yourself, with your heart, with your divine guidance, with your soul, with your understanding about money, with your understanding like how you see the people, what you believe about people. Do you trust them? Do you feel safe with them? In general, like what you feel about the world, what in general, what you think about men, in general, what you think about women. So this is like fundamental healing of relationship and self-forgiveness, that I was like so pissed off, like, for example, with money or with love or with men, that it gave me idea, like from 100% of abundance, I would give like 3%. Go enjoy with that. How with small money we want to like feed our family. When we in the mindset of the lack, it's like very difficult. And like when we believe in it and keep living in that, our belief on that lack became more and more real. Like we believe like there are no money. And from my situation where I don't have time because I'm so exhausted, I'm working on like 25 hours a day or maybe 27. And then I have to feed my family and we don't have money. And now you're saying to me, invest in the joy. I think you're out of your mind. So to convince people who is not motivated to live happy and wealthy is the waste of time. But when the intention is there, definitely we can help. Motivation of the people who is coming to us, it have to be bigger than us, it have to be stronger. Because the responsibility, they are responsible for their life, I'm responsible for my life, you're responsible for your life. Yeah, so how we can convince those who are suffering now, out of time, out of money, out of energy, and they pray, please help me, please guide me, I'm so tired, please help me how I can live my life. What is your idea how we can do it?
By being a good example.
Inspirational role model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. the most brilliant role. Most brilliant role to live. Inspirational role model that we not oblige anyone to follow. We give permission for those who is not interested. We live in our life for ourselves. That's the selfishness. We're so honest to our desire. We're so honest into investment of our desire. This is unapologetic joy. And our light and the frequency so limitless that we even don't know who we inspire. And if we're saying like, what would be the best for me to sell or how much to charge, and when we think on the like, when there too much thinking and where there too much effort, it shows that we're not on our size, we're not on our joy, we're not on our way. And exercise about wow life we did with you, not just you to know that there are options of living that life, but actually to live it. And if you think about packages and like what to sell, if you think that category of the no, it's not forget about this, another one, we back to the wow life. That was about 1 million per month, yeah, life. So then approximately how many hours you want to work in that month, like in 1 week, in 1 day, and then calculate in 1 week.
I mean, I don't mind working if it's like what I enjoy doing. So
yeah, it's all right. It can be even 27 hours, 28 and 29 per day if it's full of joy, if it's really truth. It don't have to be like 1 hour. It's like it's never right number for everyone. It have to be your truth, like how much you want to work.
the other day we talked about how doing nothing is sometimes the most effective thing you can do, and sit in
Exactly, sometimes even 1 hour of that. And I'm very often when I do nothing by my mind, not by my physical action. That's for me is the work.
yeah,
Because I'm producing.
yeah,
I'm producing much more, like not realistically what I'm able to produce. All of us when we are living in this. So I just want to show you this, how this exercise works. That's why I need to know like how many hours you want to work.
say like per week or per day.
If it's easy to calculate, you do per day and then per week and then per month.
Okay, maybe per day 4 hours.
Okay. And then your week is the 5 days or 6 or 7?
Can be 7.
7. Okay. 7 multiplied by 4.
28.
28
28.
multiplied by 4.
112.
Now 1 million divided by 112. You can use calculator.
$8,929.
8,000.
Yeah, almost 9,000 actually.
9,000. Are you sure?
Yeah.
1 million you divide, yeah? By 100. Okay, yes. Yes. So the price for 1 hour of your job, of your time, nearly 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
And this is true to your soul now, because when I ask you what life you choose, and there was few options of life, and you say, no question, wow, life. So when you was choosing that, you was choosing by your soul, by your frequency, by your full dignity. You say like, it's me. Okay. So your soul knows, your desire knows that your time, your value at this point of your life value about 9,000 your currency. So if you think something smaller, that's how you separate yourself from the truth, from the home, from the alignment. And you see like what you're selling, and if like you see how many times small, it's like how many times you far from the home. And also you see like how much I need to expand myself, how much I have to be, and how many times I have to be more brighter, more trust myself, more honest to myself. Yeah, sometimes it can be even like in 100 times. So in 100 times you ask yourself, okay, how I can be more bright in 100 times, how I can be more honest in 100 times. So this is like the indicator, the self-work with you that you do. And also this is very good permission to look how that money can be the most joyful that come into you. 9,000 per hour. The most joyful money, how you would like to receive them.
By being myself and doing what I like.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what is that? Like describe this life.
Yeah, can be sharing my experience and my learnings, my knowledge, or doing things that I enjoy and inviting other people to participate in it. Or things that I make for myself, also offering it to others.
Yeah. more. Feel that it's already your reality. What else would you like to do? What would be the most joyful? The most joyful that you even don't have to look to your bank account. Just like, you know, this beautiful SMS with click, click, you receive the money, click, click, you receive the money, click, click. And your mood is like, yeah. That you do something that you even don't have to check the balance. What that would be?
Yeah, I think when I would just create my own music and singing and writing and photos and any kind of art, and that people are just like, okay, I want this, I love it, I want to listen to this, I want to read it, I want to look at it. Are you still there? You're frozen. Ina? Okay, I'm gonna repeat again. So if I would just create my own music, my own singing, my own writing, photos, or anything that I just make for my own joy, my own fun. And that people are like, okay, I want to have that, I want to listen to this, I want to read this, I want to look at this.
Yeah. Unapologetic joy give us permission not to bother what people think about it. It's like absolute permission to give them not to follow if they're not interested, and give the like conscious invitation for those who are matching, who appreciate us. Like, for example, what is the most important for you when you know that you want to work with people? Like, what is the currency the most important for you? Not the currency of money, of course, like not the dollar, euro. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking like what you're getting from the people and what is the most important. What is, if it's not this, you're not interested to work.
That they enjoy and appreciate it. Yeah.
Same things to me. Appreciation in the first priority. If person is not appreciate me, hence not respectful to me, doesn't matter. I'm not there. It doesn't matter what is the deal, what is the contract. No, I'm not there. If you not appreciate me, if you not respect me, we're not matching. So unapologetic joy is to know what is to give you greatest emotion of this combination and consciously call in your matching clients. Like every day, like when I say to you that story of my friend, like when he wake up, he's not drinking even water, not checking his phone, he go for 1 hour of the gratitude. Yeah, when I wake up, sometimes I check my phone faster than I do the surrender meditation. But I really want to come to the state like when I don't touch my mobile and just go to surrender, like I'm so grateful for everything. It's like the priority, like what we do in our life. It's like shows like what are the rulers, who is the ruling of our life. If you start from the gratitude and the conscious, like consciously calling in, I'm so grateful for what I have, and I call it more. I remember I was reading one book, and also like very big businessman. He was starting his life with the prayer, and I was so surprised of that prayer. He was saying, I'm so appreciative of what you gave me, like God, life, and I'm asking, give me more. And I was like, so much judgment from me, like he's already having so much, and how he can like saying like more. Like I was thinking that he's greedy. And again, in my process of accepting who I am, I understand like this is our life, our nature is infinite, it's limitless, and we come here to create. So our resources for our creativity, it's limitless. And our life, our bank, vibrational bank, can give us only what we want, what we permit to receive. We chase, we beg, we pray, but receiving is so weak point. Most of the time we say no to the life because of the judgment, because of the shame, because of the guilt, because of like fear. We say no to our resources, we say no to our opportunities, abilities, our love, our joy. And on the other side, so there are their limitless resources, and in between, either yes or no. And this yes or no, it's not the universe saying, it's we are saying. Can you imagine? We are the one who are limiting us. And there's so many people who was coming to me and like unfold, and like the program like was about money or love, or money and love. And when we come so close, like it's gonna blast that border, we're gonna blast it. They're like, I choose my mind, I don't wanna do it, because like what we chase, we are afraid the most. Like we saying like, I wanna do sales because I want more money, but actually there are so many people who say no to abundance, no to wealth, no to love, no to fame. So it's really not possible to convince anyone with words, but the actions only, by the living up our frequency of fame, of joy, of wealth, of love, and show that it's safe, it's joyful. I would love to play with you. So I really believe that we born to be inspirational role model, and I think it's the best privilege for us. That's why we all, like all the women who come into me, I see the same set. They all brave because to go and really accept who we are and be inspirational role model and show others it's safe to be wealthy, it's safe to be beautiful, it's safe to be loved, it's safe to be famous, and it's safe to live without compromising. We showing to the world something that not exists yet. That's why we're so brave. That's why we're so ambitious. That's why we're so like unstoppable. Even though I believe that you had so much on your plate before, like we met. And I had my experience, and everyone have, but there's so many people who are stuck there. And they see that as like, this is end of my life. This is my karma. This is my family tree. This is whatever. I cannot come out of that. Inspirational role model that we come out as the phoenix from the ashes with unstoppable desire to show the world that it's safe to say yes to our desire, to our money, to our wealth, to our joy. And it's so easy. You know what? We just need to make one step just to say yes to your truth. Even like a great example, like what we do our session, we put it on public, and there are people who is watching, and I constantly receiving the gratitude letters and thank you so much for sharing. And 100%, I know the difference between person who come into that program and put herself or himself on this public session. There are huge difference if you just watch that at home. I know there's time for preparation and things like this, but the effect, like what's happening within you and the person who watching that are so different. You know, even though it's like yeah, it's like your intention, you confirm to yourself that it's safe to be me. It's safe to be honest, it's safe to be like, I don't want to be back where I was. I'm here for my life. I put everything what I had in me. I bet in me. I invest in me. That's the quality of Phoenix. I see that the old women that come into me, they have that. They are Phoenix. We have all our stories. It's like, but what make us alive? What make us come out? What make us to say constantly yes, 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 yes? As the following up with our soul purpose, to be inspirational example for others, that it's safe to live our wow life. Because we understood that it's not only about us. We inspire those who we even don't know that we inspire. We just put on the frequency of the hologram that this is possible, that this is safe. We don't have to be afraid of the money, of love, of fame, or our innovation, creativity. This is our nature. And that sale I would like to teach you. This is like the most unapologetic joy of sale, and this is program. To be honest, it's not clear like how long that program gonna be. I want to make it a group for a woman. I was thinking about 1 month, but now I see that this is a relationship with God, with money, with soul purpose, with shame, with guilt, with fear. There's so many aspects. It's like fundamental healing. So this is program Elegance at Sales. It's gonna come pretty soon. I don't have the dates yet because really, like when I started create this program, for me, inspirational example is the Chanel. If I will find that video, I will post it on my Facebook. And the so beautiful video of your understanding of life. And there was a sentence that, like, when I heard this, it was many years ago, and like it's like literally I had electricity in my body. Like, what is it possible like this? And she showed like she's enjoying life, and her bathtub and champagne and her Ritz-Carlton in Paris. And she see that incoming call, and she say like, elegance is to refuse what I don't want at the moment. And for me, it was like, oh my God, we on the service, so we have to be like 24 hours ready for whoever need help, whoever is willing to purchase what we offer. And she showed me absolutely like relaxation and who I am and what is the really elegance, and then this is idea, like when I work with people one-on-one, it's like understanding that we are the one who put in the price on our product, on our service. No one except us can say what is right and what is wrong. When I started my first business, I was like about 17 years old. No, 16. Actually from 13 to 17, that was because my mom has many supermarkets, so I start my own. I start to work at 13 at my mom's business, and so I had like mini supermarket, and in Russia the time was like the not big variety of the delicatessen, so we could get great one, and I put the price as I want to sell. And then the people come and they wanted to buy so much because they could not buy anywhere else, but they was not okay with the price. And they saw that I'm young girl standing there, and they're older, and they start to teach me like I'm not allowed to sell with that price. And first of all, I was like, this is my product. I'm saying how much it is. But there was so many of them. They were so angry, and they wanted to buy, and kind of like they're like, we're going to complain on government on you, and like, how dare you? We want to buy this, and this is so expensive. And that time I believed them. I decreased the price and then they bought it. And with my experience, like many years and understanding of this, I was laughing at me, like how they could fool me. There was many of them. They was loud. I didn't like loud. I don't like when people shout. So I didn't want to make the. So basically, I could not stand up for myself that time. I didn't know that I have a right to be a self-advocate for me. I didn't know that I can protect my vision and my desire to charge as much as I want to. And if nowadays someone said to me, this is expensive for what I'm offering, you know what I do?
You give them special offer double.
Minimum. Yeah, I increase the price instant. I understand that they saying to me that I low down price, like what is the real truth, what is the real message, it have to be more expensive. Like I don't see the full value what I give there. And if I don't see a real value, it's mean I'm mismatching for those who would be appreciated. So I increase the price of the program that I sell, and I just gratitude to these people. Sometimes they buy it, sometimes I just match it with the right one. So that time I could teach them, I let them teach me that they have to be a self-advocate for me. No one can say to us how much our product or service can cost. It's only our feeling. What is the truth for us? What is the truth for us? If I know that my desire value that much, it's mean I have resources for that. Because our soul, it's not give us desire just to torture us. Oh, look, you want that property for 25 million. Okay, now sell your product for $200. How many years or lives you gonna catching up for that house? The soul is not a trickster. If you honestly like that property, ask what would you like to give? What would be the most joyful for you to give? And it's gonna give you so much liberation of who you are. For example, today we was talking to you about the teacher. Teacher, it's not only to sell the packages or be in the school. Teachers of love, of life, it can be anywhere. We can do with our songs, with our movies, with our books, with our performance, with our life, with our shopping. We are teachers of life. We are natural at it. So for us, it's to be unapologetic joy. I give you that exercise, okay? From the lack to abundance. When I was in Bali and I needed the money, I go to the beach and I just look at the sand on the beach. And I see that my mind not able to count it. Because our mind is very practical. It's very linear. It's very protective. So I understood that to give to my mind, it's like the resistance was so strong. Like when I start to worry about the bills, it's like my head is like I cannot come out of the resistance. So I understand it's so protective, it's so stubborn that I have to give some information to my mind, to my brain, that it's just gonna knock down. So I go to the beach, I look at the sand, and I know that my mind not able to count it. And I say, and the world, as many payable and grateful clients, my clients, as same as the sand on this beach. And I would go like few minutes, like sometimes 1 hour, and just repeating this. There are so many friends in this world, like my friends, the great friends, inspirational friends, loyal friends. For me, as same as the stars on the sky. And I would invest my feelings there, invest my frequency in there, invest my like lean on it. And the mind start to relax. Okay, she's not afraid. Okay, what she's saying is truth. And then it's let me go. It's like that trap is open up. So also when I was traveling, that I was doing this exercise even many years ago, like when I didn't know what I was doing. Somehow it was just naturally. When I want to increase my mood, if I start afraid of something that I'm not able to do, or the lack of something, I would just go to big supermarket with variety, with abundance of everything. And I would just look for that abundance. And I noticed that I would start to feel better. And then when I start to travel, first of all, I would go to the supermarkets. And by supermarkets, I understand that I was making the decision, yeah, I would like to explore the city. Sometimes I would say, I would like to live in the city. And I understand that I was making the decision based on the looking into abundance. It's like, I'm safe here. So why that was challenging to me in Bali? Because I saw poverty in the minds. Because when I look at the person, I'm able to read frequency and the thoughts instant. So when I look at the abundance and to the sand or sky or ocean or supermarkets or the birds or the trees or like whatever, like the traffic in Jakarta or traffic in Moscow, it's like abundance with not able to count. This is the great time to practice to shift us from the luck. And I would like to say a few cases for the greatest sale. One of them is Celine Dion. When first time she sent her records with her music, with her voice, different like agents and radios, she called back them and asked, did you hear my music, my song? And they said to her, yeah, we're not interested. And she's saying, I understand you did not listen my recording, because if you would listen my recording, you would never say that. So if Celine Dion would not have that confidence and just got okay with whoever was on that side of the phone, you got it? Then no one in the world who can say to us, you cannot do it. I mean, they can say, but it's only up to us what we should do, how much we should charge, and how much we should invest. I even hear from the people things like this. You're so spiritual, right? I say, yes. So you cannot be that bright. You cannot live too much life. Says who? According to who? Spiritual is like what? Be with God is to be in the joy, into the limitless, in love.
Yeah, they confuse with religion, probably.
Yeah, if you're talking about, spiritual, it's not religious, because religious in many understanding that spiritual, it have to be suffer, and one day it's gonna be given to you. So on another side of this belief, there abundance universe waiting and begging you and praying for you. Can you please say yes so I can give you what you ask? And don't wait that moment when somehow you expect, like, for your suffering you're gonna get reward. This is lie. There are no reward for the suffer, there are only double suffer. And for that, we have to forgive ourselves and celebrate that with joy. And another great example of self, that was me. I don't know exactly how old, maybe like 6 years, maybe 5. So 8th of March, I know that the man's supposed to present the woman a flower. So I collect from my parents some money for home, like chores, like washing dishes or ironing something they was paying to me. I was collecting that. So with my money, I go to do my first investment. And I saw that the flowers getting to the end. So I bought as much as I could on my money. And I just wait. When those women, I bought flowers for 1 ruble, each of them. And those women who sell it, I was wait when they go home, like when they sold out and go home. And then me with the flowers coming to men, like chasing back home from the work, and I like looking at, did you buy your woman a flower? And they're like, no. I say, yeah, there are no more flowers, but you can buy from me. And they're like, sure, how much? 3 rubles. I sold out very, very fast. And slow, meaning, even that time I understand we have to give to the world what is the most valuable. So in that time, what was the most valuable for that man, even if he's late from the work, he still comes with the flowers, that emotion, that happiness that he want to give to his woman. Also, 100%, I'm sure that he had so much joy and happiness that he bought flowers from the little girl that started her business at 6 years old. Maybe till now they remember that. It's like our cell, like what we do is we multiplying the joy. So by doing this and make my investment in like few hours, it's like in many times more, I multiplied joy. There was more money for me, so I could do investment or buy more things for me to make me happy. Definitely that happiness for the man, and convenience also, that he don't have to rush and chase and like, where I'm gonna get that flowers now. And the good emotions that he support a little girl who's selling the flowers, and like their smile was so big. It's like, how cute is that? And then back home to his woman or wife or girlfriend and give her flowers. So this is all multiplication of the joy. So when I hear about NLP or things like this in the sale, it's not resonate with me at all, because sale is the high service, and to be successful on it, we have to understand end goal, like what exactly are we selling. I know that I'm selling emotion of happiness, wealth, fame, limitless, confidence, self-belief, clarity, trust. It's possible. I'm able to start new life. Honesty, like the woman can do. It's like the breaking up from all this old stereotype and ideas how these things have to be. Like when you understand like really what you're selling, there's no judgment on this process. There's no like, I'm not a salesperson. The sale really is like you can agree, you can meet and create a great marriage because you know how to sell yourself. Like when you know about your value. I'm not saying about like you have the price tag on you to get married. You know what I mean? Like it's the understanding of your value, that you're not gonna settle for anything less than what you want.
Yeah.
This is allow yourself to go on the match, on the best probable match. And of course, the best probable match for us is unapologetic joy, because that's possible only when we live in our truth, self-acceptance. Without guilt, putting ourselves in the priority of life. And questions that you send me about your business, it says, I wanted to find a person, not from the office and not from the family, obviously. Like you wanted advice from the person, or honest advice, inspirational advice on clarity and truth.
Yeah, you mean what I was lacking in my own life was
Yes.
a friend or a role model or somebody who did already what I wanted to do, who I could ask like, okay, how is it going to work? Is it going to work? And yeah, it's just totally nonsense to ask anyone who doesn't want to do it and who never did that. If I ask these people for advice, it's only, are you crazy? Like, why do you even want it? It doesn't make sense. It's too risky. It's too dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So in this question, I see a great hint for you. Like your treasure being someone who was not yet in your family, and who is not liberated but by someone else's rules, because that's for you means office job. And that's how you describe you. The person who you was looking all the time, he was looking for you. To give yourself permission to live, not like your family tree understand like what is life. Give yourself permission, total permission from the family ideas.
Mm.
And the second hint is to, you say, and not ask from the person who has office job, something like this you ask. So if you look at that person from the office,
I mean, it's not necessarily about the office job, because I also have, like, half of my family is entrepreneur, but still they are getting ruled by laws or by their clients or other things. It's not like, okay, I just do what I like.
yeah, like what is the similar in them and the office person? It's like we're not judging anyone in the office. It's like we're talking about what you looking specifically. It's about you now,
That they are
not about anyone else who's watching us.
they are not selfish. They do and live for others, or not for themselves.
Yes, they living by someone else's rules.
Mm.
Not because they good, not because they very kind, because they have more fears.
Yeah.
And what example they show to others that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to say yes to the small money. It's okay to not free or express yourself. This is not living for others. This is just living in the fears.
Mm.
And if you like, when I say to my mom, I love people so much, and she like, you love people, you don't love people, you don't love me. I say, of course I love you and I love all the people. I just don't like victim within you, and I'm not gonna support your victim. And that's my love, to not support your victim, to not support your fear, to not play your game. That's my love. That's the expression of my love. And if you want me to support your victim and your fears, like we don't have money, you cannot spend on this and that. If I would support that idea, this is not the love for me. This is like, I know that actually you have a wings, but I'm okay to cut it with you because you just forget how to fly. This is not love. This is not living for others. This is multiplying the problem, to stay okay with the problem. Even if you feel like shit, it's like, I still like, okay, because, you know, if I don't have salary, I don't know what to eat. And when I was passing through that period of my life, when I was building up myself, I didn't go for the salary because I'm afraid to settle for that. I say to myself, it's okay. I can drink water if I don't have money to eat. The water is for free. I can drink water. It's good for my body. But I didn't want to settle for something that I'm not. So, Lisa, you was looking for that person all your life. Now what?
Well, I can be that person for other people.
First of all, for you. He was looking for you all your life. And you find you. And now you can look again with the new understanding of the selfishness. You can look at that and say, I was looking for you all my life, my selfishness. Selfishness is not hurting people. It's to be unapologetic, honest to yourself. It's permission to say how you feel, what you want, what you don't want. And it's not necessary to shout or like make drama. If you're in the company and you don't like to be there, you just stand up and say, I love you all. Ciao. I have more nicer place to be now. I would like to help you, but I don't want to. I would like to have my own space. I don't like to share your frequency. And even this can say nicer. You know, it's like I am like when I start to live like this, I understand like when I'm honest with my opinion, first of all, for me, a great liberation was when I understood that the people coming to me for honest opinion. And I understood that they paying to me good money for my honest opinion. That for me was great liberation because all my life I was able and understand and be quiet of what I could see. Because I was thinking to say my opinion would hurt them. And then in my life, it's like everything froze, nothing moved. And it's like I pray, I meditate. I ask myself, why so many things, but nothing is moving. And the soul is like, it's time to accept your power. And I saw red color, like a lot of blood, pools of blood. And I was so scary, like, what is that? I'm murder or what? Why I was created? Like, how to accept this truth? How to accept that it's me? How to like, on one side, everything is frozen. I cannot move. If I'm not accept my power, and if I accept my power, I accept that I'm murder. Not really good choices, I would say, yeah. So then I look at this blood again and again and again, and I understand that it's true that I'm murder and I'm able to kill limitation, illusion, fear, shame, separation, obligation for others, all that stereotype that was holding us. I understand that my voice and my opinion is like a sniper and I should not be quiet about that. And I understand, like, when the egg is hacking and the baby bird cannot come out, it needs help. That person is coming to me in that egg shell and saying, help me, I want to live my life. I want to live my truth. And I'm the one who able to hug that egg with my opinion. That's why I have the vision, very laser vision. I'm able to see instantly where's the alignment, where's the misalignment, why that happened. So this is gift is to help others to crack that, to hug that egg and liberate them. And people come in and people pain and people grateful for this. Because they're not able to understand why they cannot live their truth, their joy, their wealth, their love, happiness, creativity, fame, whatever you want. They don't understand where this fucking compromise is happening. Why I keep doing this? Why I keep attracting this man? Why I keep attracting this, like, things with money? What's happened? You know, this subconscious understanding, like what I'm able to do, like instantly understand which the resistance is playing the role. Until we understand and grateful and we know to particular what and why to be grateful, we're not able to liberate ourselves. So this is self-acceptance. It's biggest prize. Like when we are fully accept who we are and we don't bother what gonna people think about us. So for me, accept my power, it was also like, it's mean that I have to say my opinion. And I decided I'm gonna be honest. And then when it's situation come, I like, what's happened? Why you quiet? Why you afraid? It's not about fear of rejection. No, I understand there's something more. What I was afraid and understood, like I had a belief, if to say your opinion, people not gonna like you, so you're not gonna be with money. So I was thinking that I was kind not to say my opinion and not living up my truth. But actually, I was afraid that no one gonna like me and I don't have money to live my life. So I would be quiet. So I would not give to the world what is the most valuable I could give. So when I understood that, I was like, wow, this idea that I'm kind, I'm Mama Teresa, I'm the savior of the world, it's all not true. Because I'm not living up my truth. I'm not saying, I'm not helping people. They come to me in that egg and help me to hack this. And I'm like, and they rolling around and their eggs and like, I cannot leave. So self-acceptance, it's definitely looking into the selfishness with new eyes, with new understanding, with new clarity, who we are, okay? And then clarity about our desire, and to be brave enough to invest what you have without putting under the pillow and say, this is my saving on the black rainy day. No. Don't create that rainy day. Enjoy now. Invest in you. There's so many desires in us. And each desire is the investment that's gonna lead us to more and more fulfillment. So this is like why people saving, because they not trust themselves, they not trust universe, they not trust their desire, they not trust money, they not trust anything. They trust only physical. I have it, I see it, I believe it. That's what I trust. Rest, what is invisible, unknown, unrealistic, impossible, I don't believe. Because it sounds like it's scary. And that's the difference between believer and non-believer. Believer is, I feel it, I believe it, and then I see it. A non-believer, I see it, and then I believe it. So, accept ourselves who we really are, the best price of our life. This is all can clean up and like if we're talking art of communication, it's gonna be based on art of saying truth with love. It's also like we can polish our communication, how to say that I don't feel comfortable here, how to say like I don't want to be here with you. There's so many ways how to say that with love and say beautiful and not hurt anyone. That's why it's called art. And in this program, Elegance of Sale, I'm going to teach that as well. But the point now is like from today, you can start living up this already, is to understand like what are requirements. If you want to sell, like if you want a flow of money, you understand that the money not coming from people. They coming via people to you on your for your unapologetic joy. So really allow yourself to understand what is your desire, what you want to do. If you are living your wow life, like really, honestly, ask yourself, if I'm living my wow life, what is going to give me?
Everything.
And what is the everything? What is for you is everything?
Freedom. Love,
From who?
joy. Freedom to be myself. Freedom to do whatever I want. All kinds of freedom.
Yeah, you know what you're describing now. Flow of life. When you understand your wow life is the permission to be flow of life, not to synchronize with the flow, but to be a flow of life. Oh my God, you know why women, brilliant women who had so beautiful voice and healing voice, why they not singing? And saying like, my voice, no. Like even you, what you say, I never saw that it can be a career. And now you're really singing, so beautiful. Like, why we think that something wrong with our voices? Because we don't have a right for mistakes. We want to lead with perfection. If we speak with our voice, like everyone speak on this tone of voice, like if we see, it's like, wow, it's visible. And if I go visible, and if I do the mistake, everyone will spot me and they will criticize me and they're gonna laugh at me. So this idea of perfection that keep us struggling and not allow us to get freedom, not allow our flaw to be a flaw. We are afraid to do mistakes. We are afraid to be visible because our voice is loud. And maybe they're unusual, or maybe they like so beautiful, unknown frequency that we didn't experience here. And we're saying, how I'm gonna release that? Everyone gonna look at me, and if they're gonna laughing at me, and if they're gonna criticize, that enough already that within me I had an inner critic that is criticizing me. So this is permission for freedom, what you're saying, is to really let go ourselves from perfection. Our idea, like I have to be perfect. I'm not saying my opinion because I'm kind, or because I'm spiritual, or because I cannot be selfish because it's bad manners. This is all about perfection, and perfection, like Gina Devi says, like perfection is the frequency of poverty. Why? Because there's no individuality, there's no expression of what we feel. We trying to be like others, and we born in the world not to be like others, but to create individual point of view, creativity, frequency, joy, pleasure, love, wealth. Every one of us has different way of enjoying even material world. When I say to women, like, my shopping means so much to me, the luxury hotels, 5-star traveling, many of them saying like, it's not matter to me, I just want to be with nature, I like to be near with the horses and things like this. And I'm saying, the algorithm here, it's not about shopping. Algorithm here to put joy every time on the priority. You have to know you have to be honest with yourself, what is the joyful for you. And if it's just a morning walk, or be with your husband, or reading the book, or be with your friends, you just have to know what's gonna give you joy. And it's not one, it's many. So I have another fundamental program that called Empress of Love. It's the art of doing things what I love and don't do what I don't want to. It's again, it's like honesty, like even though, for example, I like shopping so much, but today I don't feel it. Today I feel to go to the pool. It's like constant all the time. Don't think like if I choose one desire, I have to stay with it. It's an apologetic joy, unapologetic truth. It's like I'm tuned with my navigator. And also about this program, I would like to say this result of this program is to get permission. Our woman, our empress is really alive, because there are so many women who need help, but they are afraid to speak up about their desire and that they need help, and they don't even afraid to ask help from their husband, because they, on deep down level, they don't believe that their life belongs to them. Their money belongs to them. They don't believe that. And on deep down, they believe that to be a woman, it's such a waste time. So they became behaving as men. And then they say it's cool. Now I'm cool. So the Empress of Love is the fundamental understanding that you own your land, you own your voice, you are the voice, you are beginning of the life. Everything what you manifest belongs to you. And this is really literally gonna help come out of the fight, any fight. Like if that fight between man and woman was many ages ago, and the woman is just generation by generation passing the idea like this is way of business is cool, this is way of life is cool, and we have to be linear and we have to be result oriented and this and this. It's like deep down our woman is like choking with disconnection of the allowance for the true desire, allowance to invest in herself, allowance to be honest for her opinion. This is like what we're saying to you in this session. It's so fundamental healing that we actually able to say our opinion, and it's helpful, and the people is paying for that. So it's a healing, a grounding that I'm here, not illegal immigrant. I own my land. I am empress, and I am the voice. And I'm not running away. I have something very valuable to leave for me and all my people. You see, this is the pillar of unshakable self-confidence and understanding that I am the ruler for myself. With this healing, of course, you're not gonna look for approval and permission, like, can I be that, or can I be that, can I say this? It's an unapologetic freedom to be yourself. Like total healing in our grounds, in our feet, in our connection with our earth. It's understanding the woman here not by mistake. There's so many married women who not able to say to the man, I need money to invest in my soul. they feel ashamed to say about their health of their soul. And I'm saying this not in a critical way, but to help multiply clarity on this. Like, if you with your family saying that you're hungry for your body, why you cannot say that you're hungry for your soul? Why are you putting so much shame on it? It's your desire, it's your health, it's your sense of life. Because the idea that the woman is the waste of life, to be a woman is the waste of life, is so deep in our roots. That's why we think that we are cool when we playing man role or playing someone quiet role. It's like many, many years ago when, how to say that person, like gifted person who is able to read like the destiny and the gifts also, look at me and says like, you come on this planet to heal womanhood and wealth and the balance. And that three aspect was the weakest in my life at that point. And I look around and I was thinking, who would be my example? Where's that woman who are healed? I could not find that in my family. I could not find that in my teachers. I could not find that in my place where I born and grew up. So I started to search. I was searching like you searching yourself. And I understood that that knowledge within us, and to unlock that knowledge, we have to be honest in all aspects of our life. That's how we align to our way, and that's how we're gonna unfold, and that's how I will meet in hints and teachers. I can see one piece there, I can see one piece there, aligned to me, channeling, and I could understand what I actually healing, and I could understand how to heal wealth. What is the wealth? I understand that wealth is the connection with the God, not the religious, but the God. I understand the womanhood, it's unapologetic joy. I understand how to get everything into the balance, and that's the kingdom of God. I understand all these portals and how I could do it with my honesty, with my belief, with my confidence and my clarity, step by step, step by step. I was searching me, same time you were searching for you. And there are so multi-millions of women who are searching for them. And we now with you, what we're doing, we show that it's possible. So now my question to you, your wow life, when you gonna live it?
No.
Mm. There are so many people and young girls and young boys and old people and mature people and people in pray and people in suffer and chase. There's so many of them right now say thank you, Lisa, thank you, Ina, that now we put this on the table, that this is possible. If it's possible for us, it's possible for them. If it's possible for them, it's possible for others. And this knowledge, what I love the most, this is, there are no obligation for age or gender or color or how many difficult situation was in your life. You can start at any point in your life. Just one decision. There are us, the universal abundance, divine abundance, and there yes or no between. So this is decision to live our truth, unapologetic joy. It's saying yes. It means so much to me. You know, in Russia, many years ago, I started community for women because outside of Russia, people habituated to pay for the coaching, good money, and in Russia is not so much. So some years ago, I started community to decrease the cost. So the people who need help, women especially, would able to receive it. And when I started community, magazine was asked interview from me, and in that interview I says like my target is to create multi-millions community, Russian community all over the world. And this time I'm back in Russia and I look at the market and I keep receiving the channel and like Russian woman, Russian woman, Russian woman, and I could not understand like how to create that because my previous experience with community was not successful. And yesterday I met one lady that I met in Vladivostok recently, and also by my intuition, I invite her. I knew that we're gonna talk about this community, and I didn't know like what she's doing in her life. We just met like before I was doing that wild trip for the nature. I met her because I wanted to invite her to go there. So I didn't know what she's doing. And yesterday I found out that she's the woman doctor for gynecology. And her desire and inner call to explain woman that when we are living in the man mindset, we're not gonna produce next generation. And I was doing the same, and I'm doing the same. Like I explain women how dangerous when we go on the man mindset and our businesses became so exhaustion that it's like most of the cases come out with oncology of that. But meeting her, and she's saying to me that she literally can see that the woman body, like our sacred area, it's literally like froze or change or degrade when we not live our womanhood. And she like, I didn't know how to explain. And like when we met and we started to talk about this community, now I understand how to create that community. And I have doctors, and like I understand like we have to be many experts in this, not only me, that understand like our mindset influence on everything, and our health, and like our anatomy is changing. So that's how important job we are doing. And we just literally doesn't have a right to charge small and to be quiet. I mean, if it's not expensive, but then it have to be amount. The point, like our life have to have enough resources for us to live our truth and be supported with everything that we need to make our voice be available for those who are praying for this.
Mm.
Yeah, for me it was great help that I met her, because to having the doctor who's like every day looking there and see like I see that it's changing, and not in one woman, that it's like the situation is getting very dangerous. And our education in general, it's like, if not we, Lisa, then who? Who gonna be the change if it's not we? Tell me what you understood.
Mm. That the most fulfilling and
I cannot hear you.
that the most fulfilling life is to be ourselves and inspirational role model for others by living our truth and our desires. And to be able to do that, we have to be selfish, which basically means that we just love ourselves. It's not about being egoistic or taking something from others or profiting on someone else's expenses. It's just to honor ourselves and trusting ourselves. What else? And we have to understand what is the most valuable what we can give in order to, and also be able to receive.
Without shame, guilt,
Yeah.
fear.
To be the flow of life.
Mm-hmm. And how you can implement this understanding in your today.
By listening to my feelings and my desires.
And listen, and then what?
Yeah, following, not ignoring it.
Yes. Many of us listening and saying like it's ridiculous, it's too much, I don't believe it, I don't trust that desire comes with the resources to be brave, to trust. He was looking for the trust all the time. And this is not about the person, this is not about anything, this is about you trusting you. Trusting your desire. Remember that unlimited possibilities. We uncover your fear that you was afraid that there will be no way if you would in some situation. Like when I invite you to shift the date of the payment and you didn't want to, and we start to see why you didn't want to, and you say like, because if I don't have a money, I don't want to ask anyone, because if it's going to be rejection or anything, I just don't want to stuck in the way with no way. Remember? So the opposite of that, it would be unlimited possibilities. And unlimited possibilities is to pray, ask hard, and act on that guidance. And don't put everything on. It's like you got a guidance, you speak up 200%, you deliver, and then you let go expectation. And then you ask your heart again, shall I ask from another door, or that would be enough? It's like this is about relationship with your navigator, with the God. This is abundance of possibilities. If we want our desire and we speak up our desire, if they say no to us, we don't judge that door. We don't think that the guidance is broken. We don't think that it's mistake. Guidance is something that we not overthink, try to be smarter, or think that it's ridiculous or I cannot trust you. Guidance is absolute. Got the guidance, speak it up. Speak it up your truth. If they say no, you already order to the world. It's gonna give it to you. If you need to say to another door, say that to another door. Means like when I got idea, like when I have, like for example, the day before yesterday, I got from Emirates a very high level person come to me for individual coaching, and we're talking about my program, Emperor of Joy. I explained to him what is in the program. And so I don't wait when he's gonna say yes or no. I multiply this to the limitless possibilities. I inform all men that I know that program is available. So I don't see him as one and only who I would wait and worship, or you say yes or no. I see that he comes for me to remind me that I have that program, Emperor of Joy. So by talking to him, I remind myself what's in the program. Okay, now it's time for our man with the power to activate our joy. I spread this to the world, like it's available. I'm here. Come to me. Who's interested? I'm here. So when someone said no to us, it doesn't mean that we have to forget about our desire. It's just no to this door. And it's absolutely yes to us.
And what do you do if you have any doubts or resistance on what your feelings are telling you to do? Like, let's say it's saying, okay, I should tell everyone about this program, Empress of Joy, and you're like, maybe later. Maybe first I focus on Empress of Love, another program.
I'm not sure that I understand your question. This is dialogue between me and me, or me and the client?
You and you.
Me and me?
Yeah, the decision to put that feeling into action, or
all of them. I express all of them. It's like, for example, I can go Empress of Joy. This is highest. If you're not talking about the legendary club, the Empress of Joy is the highest individual program. Empress of Love is the woman who understands that she is here for bigger one, for bigger role. And she already can make money, but not yet easy with multi-millions. Empress of Joy is like when you are unapologetic of joy, so it's so easy to make money. So when I do the group of the people, Empress of Love, the program is for the group of women. So I see how to create affordable for them. Like it's also stretch, but it's affordable. If I say that it's a group of people, it's multi-millions of dollars, I want it, but I don't know how. So after Empress of Love, you definitely know how to go to the Empress of Joy, because you are healing the grounding. Like the grounding, you understand that you here, not illegal immigrant. When you're born as woman, and it's like not only you, it's like few generations back, the woman was carry on that. So when we subconsciously thinking that my life not belong to me, my money not belong to me, my voice not belong to me, my design not belong to me. So how the woman behave, even if she's making money, She's thinking about all our family and her mama, papa, relative, everyone. Why that's happen? Because on subconscious level, she don't believe that the money belonged to her. Because she don't believe that she here with permission. Subconsciously, she believed that she's a legal immigrant. She doesn't have permission for the voice, for the money, for the joy. And if she made the money, and you saw that with your own eyes, like when that TV show about millionaire with her beautiful body, very beautiful, bravo. But there were so many women who had multi-millions of money, and they say that I feel like money not belong to me. This is not anyone's fault. That was our collective choice, and that's subconscious in our roots, in our feet. We disconnected from our ground, where we understand this is my land. I own my land. This is my kingdom. I'm empress here. And this is when we are disconnected, we think that we are here to serve. And when we start to, I'm here to serve, even if I make money, I'm gonna give that money everyone besides my truth, besides my desire. So all my programs, I see them as the algorithm. Everyone come to me with the different readiness and the different wounds, and I understand also I can give to the person to choose, like, what is your heart saying, what is your program. And many times, like, when people see, they say, I want this, but I totally don't know even how to pay for the first level. So then I would say definitely, okay, let's start from the first. Like, I'm gonna help you how to create money from the first, and from the first level, I see that the heavy anchors, I let it go, and I can see that the person fly to stratosphere. So it's like all the different level for the different readiness.
Another example, let's say your feeling tells you, okay, you should fly tomorrow to Moscow or something like that. And you, like, one half of you is like, yes, for sure. And the other half is like, oh, maybe let's wait.
And surrender. Oh, my answer to everything is surrender. Even before I announce about any program, I surrender and I pray and I say, I'm available. And I know that awareness connects all of us. It's an invisible field that connects all over the world. It's like in our soul, everywhere it's connection. Yeah. So I'm praying and I say, I'm available. And I give permission for those who's not interested to not come, not follow, not listen. And I consciously calling in those who is value, who is appreciate, who is payable, who is grateful, and who is inspirational for me also. And I'm so, like, I would not say it's lucky, but I'm so much in enjoyment. Every woman that come to me for individual, it's like my best friend. I'm so much enjoying my time with all of you. I know that because when I surrender and I pray and I say, like, give me the best match, give me the woman who inspire me to be me. See all of you, how you took off all these liars and like became like really you. This is very inspirational. And my family before was saying to me that I'm doing the secta and nonsense and things like this. And now they're watching me, and now they're asking how to do it. Now they do appreciation, and now they ask for support. Because I don't bother what they're saying. For me, more important how I feel and how the people feel who come into me. That's important. That's hot and sexy. And all the money on top, like for our desire. So yummy. Cream de la cream.
The reason why I was asking that is because sometimes I have like feeling, okay, I should do that. And then, I don't know, maybe it's my mind who wants to check like, okay, where does this come from? Does it make sense? Is now the good time? And
yeah, if you're looking for the sense, that's the sign for the perfection. It's like try to make sense in God. It's the most selfish intelligence as the joy of the joy.
In the end, it's sometimes good if I give it some space and realize, okay, maybe this is now not the right thing to do, or this is not the right reason. But sometimes I'm also like waiting and like, why did I actually doubt it? I already knew that I have to do that and take action right away.
Mm-hmm. So best solution that I know is to surrender. Why is the best? Because when we go in meditation, the reason what we actually searching in that is to be able to hear our heart and to low down the noise in our head, distraction. So when we go on surrender, the noise is knocked down like in first, I don't know, less than a minute, maybe like 3 minutes, if you lay down in that position, you don't have a noise. And you can communicate with heart like you have direct time.
Yeah.
And I got a channel a few days ago to do the program free of charge and make it like global explanation about surrender. Like, what is the surrender? And with surrender, I can do so many stuff, but like the first basic level that help anyone in any situation. My heart told me like I have to spread to the world this. So this is also coming soon. With explanation, what is the surrender, how to do, what is the position, what situation to implement. But yes, definitely, any doubts, any misalignment, surrender is the portal, is the key, is the instant tune with your truth, with your God. And don't afraid to ask and ask and ask. If you don't understand, guide me how. Guide me how. What is the best? What is the most joyful? What is the most yummy?
Yeah, I need to remind myself all the time of that.
Well, it's about you, it's not, you're not leaving this for me or for anyone else. If you know this, and if you don't want to implement that in your life, it's up to you. If you didn't know that and you didn't know how to find solution, I would understand. But if you know and you're not implement, it's mean that you just not for the happiness. And stop searching and say like, okay, actually I'm enjoying and suffer, and that would be honest. because there's so many people just suffer and they just dig in relationship where they can do the suffer, and they just want to complain on that relation. And if you ask them, why don't you start from loving yourself and then you will meet your reflection? Oh no, I don't believe in that. I just like want something solid and concrete where I can suffer and complain. So just be honest, I'm here for suffer. And I'm enjoying that. And I'm enjoying to be without money and chasing them and be afraid of them. At least it's honest.
No, that's not what I want.
Yep. Do you have any more questions?
No, I don't think so.
I feel there's some more questions. Let's unfold the present. Ask me, baby. And you're gonna get the answer.
Oh no, I'm just looking at what I was writing before the questions.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's actually all answered. It's always
Yeah.
like, I mean, the answer is so simple always. Just go to silence and ask yourself. But honestly, I forget about it all the time. And I'm like, what should I do?
Yeah, right on the mirror. I'm honest, I don't want a happiness. I'm honest, I don't want a wealth and I don't want a fame. I just enjoy saying, what I do. No, definitely. Unfolding of all of us. It's the Chinese puzzles. It's like I invest so many years of my life to understand how that resistances work and what exactly that we're looking for in all of us individual. This is like fundamental principle, understanding like the clarity, the truth, speak up, and if you have some locks like every fear, every shame, every misalignment has that great gift behind. It's like it's the art of life to live honesty. And there's so many situations and there's so many actors and there's so many expansion and like And to be a inspirational role model, it's to be someone to the world that it's not exist yet. Even if like now we have many similarity, but all of us have a fingerprint of our soul. Like we all unique. That's the point. And I had idea that I was believing that I was not good enough because my childhood, that my parents divorced. And I saw that everyone who grew up without papa, they think that I'm not good enough. And sometimes I would channel my papa and we talk to him, and I say like, you not allow me to buy things because I'm thinking that I'm not good enough because I'm not allow myself to buy this and this. My papa said, never I won't permit and not allow you anything that you want. It's not the truth. Be more clear to understand. And then in one of my prayer and healing, I invite inspirational lady to me. She also grew up without father, and now I like adore her so much. And in my meditation, I ask her, teach me about this father, like good enough, not good enough. And she looked at me and she's like, I don't feel that I'm not good enough because of the father. And then I understand, like, we don't have something really concrete. Like if it's like this, it means it's like this. I understood like we all unique. It's like fundamental understanding, like the law of universe. Like I told you, we don't have to believe in it, we just have to know it. Like everything is for my betterment. Even the monster, even the enemies is for my betterment. So when I know this, I already come out of the victim. And I know that only in the gratitude, in the forgiveness, I can understand what is the behind the filter. This is the fundamental. When you know the fundamental, and when you know how to connect with your heart. And a few days ago, I hear from Abraham Hicks so good explanation. It's like so tuned with me. Like she's saying, like the divine intelligence, not trust a one person to channel in the truth, divine truth. Because everyone can have their own corruption, fear, limitation, whatever. So divine universal intelligence give it to everyone. So we have our God in everyone. In our hearts we have our God. So not only one teacher who's teach divine truth and how to live happiness and wealth, you know, and love. This is fundamental stuff, but all of us are unique, and all of us, we need someone to even a little bit more or much more experienced than us to say like, it's possible. I got you. I hold your hand. I'm helping you now. You help someone else. And that's how we support each other. And all who is going the first one, they are very, very, very experienced souls, very experienced souls. Like all your knowledge that you have inside of you, all my knowledge and wisdom that I have inside of you. We've been collecting so many lives. And we come here by our intention to multiply this wisdom. So we are natural teachers. All of the Phoenix women are natural teacher of life, of love, of joy. And all of us are unique, even though we're similar in many things. Tell me what you like the most today.
The little Ina selling flowers to the man who forgot about about Women's Day or Valentine's Day or whatever.
Yeah, I adore you as well.
Mm.
What be your vision for next 3 months?
Actually, to just follow my guidance in that moment and practicing to ask and to listen and to follow it without saying now specific things, because I know if like that's the only piece that I need to do anything.
Yeah, you have so much within you. Limitless possibilities. Your signature of your soul. Limitless possibilities. All right, Lisa, I'm happy to announce your graduation. And I would be very happy if you join our other levels of the programs. And it was really a pleasure to have you in my life. I'm very grateful to you.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to you as well. It was really beautiful months. Thank you for your guidance and your support and believing in me. Yeah, helped me a lot. I'm gonna miss that.
I love you. You just come. You just like go to the next level and We're gonna continue. Yeah. When this time is right for you.
Yeah.
I wish you find the power within you to understand that surrender is not something that you remember in the last order.
Yeah. But first.
Okay, baby. Ciao, ciao. Thank you so much. All the best. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.